Yo, pay attention right now. Everyone pay attention. Pay attention right now. Pay attention right now. Pay attention right now. Okay, so I'm already going off on the WNBA rant anyway, right? But okay. I went to go make my next video, and where I was going to talk about the WNBA's new media deal, their evaluation, what was reported yesterday. I think it came out yesterday or maybe 2 days ago. Okay, so I went online, typed in WNBA. I just literally typed in WNBA new media deal. I pull it up. I see the 2.2 billion. I see another article by AP News. Right on it, I see WNBA players' union leader is concerned league being undervalued in new media rights deal. I'm on this page right now. This is because, guys, I was literally coming in to say the exact same thing. I was looking at this deal. People, don't be fooled by the billions, bro. I'm going to break this down. Don't be fooled by the billions. People say 2.2 billion. They see an increase in money. The WNBA is going, and they're like, oh, it's moving in the right direction. Oh, price going up. No. I said this before. I said this so many times. I said this before. You can still get paid more and be undervalued. Remember, I said that correctly. I think I was talking about Serena Williams or something like that. In one of my recent videos, I said you can still be paid more and be undervalued. I was about to come in here and say this deal is BS. This is still not the deal that needs to be made. This is still not the deal the WNBA should be okay with. So I was searching yesterday when I heard the news if this has actually been signed in or if it's just reported. It's just a projection, if you will. They said they've agreed to this deal. So I don't know if they've signed or they're just, in agreement, right? So, oh my goodness, yo, this deal. Let me just read it, okay? I'm just gonna read you all a couple of things, okay? I'm just gonna read you all the first, and y'all clothes my battery's running low. That's not ideal. That's not ideal. Okay, I'll plug this in later. Shut up. Okay. Executive director of the WNBA Players Union is concerned the league is being undervalued with the $2.2 billion over 11 years. Okay, first of all, let me plug in because we gotta get technical. We're about to get technical. I'm gonna break it down for you, I promise. Hold on, bear with me, y'all. Okay, listen. $2.2 billion over 11 years. Okay, I'm about to start sweating this big. $200 million. What the WNBA was earning before that was $50 million a year. Excuse me. Now remember, I said what they're being paid now is still shite. It has been shite. So I know everyone sees the $200 million and goes, oh man, okay, better increase. You have to understand that's still shite. That's not good. If they're getting paid below what they're supposed to be getting paid now, and you put it up just a little bit more, they're still being underpaid, or at least not underpaid. Let me not say underpaid. They're still undervalued because this is a valuation. They are still undervalued. You have to remember why they are undervalued. And again, people keep talking about revenue, ticket sales. And I kept trying to tell y'all it's not about the revenue. It's not about the ticket sales. You're like, oh, they're making a valuation. It has to be about the revenue. No, it's not about that. I've been telling y'all for months, for years now, actually. I've been telling y'all the NBA undervalues and underfunds the WNBA. I told you all that. They undervalue and underfund them. And they're doing an evaluation of the WNBA. If the NBA wants to keep getting away with the bare minimum, they're not going to evaluate the WNBA and give them a high value, because that means more money they have to give them. Do you get that? So even though the valuation is higher, right? Obviously they got to move the margins a little bit. They can't just completely hold the WNBA and give them what if the W is valued at 50 million, gets 50 million a year now. They can't just bump that to like 85 million. That'd be completely hoeing that, and it'd be a little too obvious, right? So they bump it to 200 million. They're still being undervalued. The NBA does not want the W to be evaluated with correctly, at least one, because they are trying to save money. They're not trying to put more money into the W. You get that? They've been doing the bare minimum of the W in the W. They're trying to continuously, can't even get my words together. They're trying to continuously do that. They have no incentive to put more money in the W. So they're trying to keep the evaluation low. So let me just keep reading this, okay? We have wondered for months now how the NBA would value the WNBA in its media rights deal. Executive Director of the union, Terry Jackson, said in a statement, with a reportedly $75 billion deal on the table, the league is in control of its own destiny, speaking on the NBA. More precisely, the NBA controls the destiny of the WNBA. Oh, who said that before? Nick did. Hendricks, shout out to him. Okay, keep going. The NBA's Board of Governors approved that the league's next media rights deal with Disney, NBC, and Amazon Prime Video at its meeting Tuesday, moving the league one giant step closer to finalizing the 11-year agreements that will be worth about $76 billion. So they technically haven't even signed theirs yet. Theirs is still reported as well. We look forward to learning how the NBA arrived at a $200 million valuation if initial reports are accurate or even close. Neither the NBA nor the WNBA can deny that in the last few years, we've seen unprecedented growth across all metrics. The players continue to demonstrate their commitment to building the brand and that the fans keep showing up. There is no excuse to undervalue the WNBA again. I'm hype, but I'm hyped because it's like, bruh, people tried to argue against me. I'm not here to gloat or say that I'm right, but I am here to say I've told y'all this shit's been happening. And I also said this is the thing about numbers, bro. This is the thing. When I made my WNBA video, go back, a couple months, just scroll up twice on my page. I don't post a lot. When I made my WNBA video, when I was talking about the salaries, I said, what did I say? I said this. I said, you can't make this number. I said the average salary in the W is $100,000, right? The minimum salary in the W is $69,000, about $70,000 a year. The average salary in the NBA is $10 million. The minimum salary in the NBA is about $1 million, right? And I said, I'm not asking for WNBA salaries to be the average WNBA salary to be $10 million a year. I'm not asking for WNBA salaries to be close to NBA average salary. I'm not asking for the average WNBA salary to be above the NBA average salary. All I said was your number has to incentivize change. I said whatever number you choose with that salary has to incentivize change. I said that. What do I mean by incentivize change? $76 billion. Y'all looking at the contracts. Y'all see these NBA players get now. That's a hell of a lot of incentivizations to get your ass in the gym. I could be a role player making $25 million a year. You know what? That motivates me to get in the gym. $76 billion. That's a lot. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. Props to the NBA. Deservedly getting that bag. That's a lot of money. But $2.2 billion for the WNBA while the NBA is at $76 billion. Remember, it's not about making the shit equal. I'm not calling for that. But you're not changing much with $2.2 billion. Over 11 years, by the way. You're not changing it. What is the incentive, right? Because yes, that would add a boost to the WNBA salaries, but it wouldn't add as much as needed. Does that make sense? Let me just keep reading a little bit of this. A person familiar with the deal confirmed to the Associated Press that the WNBA would receive about $200 million a year. The person spoke on condition of anonymity on Wednesday night because no official announcement has been made. The deal was first reported by The Athletic. The WNBA's current media deal, which is valued at about $60 million per year, is set to expire after the 2025 season. The NBA, which owns about 60% of the WNBA, has renegotiated the deals. Keep this in mind, too. I think months ago I spoke about the WNBA, and I just knew the WNBA was going to renegotiate their media deal. And I think that was coming up either later this year, which is why we're hearing reports of it now, later this year, early next year. And the players, I believe most of the players were in agreement that they were going to opt out of it anyway, right? And they're also going to renegotiate their CBA. And when I was speaking on this, I forgot why I was speaking on this, but I did say that when they renegotiate their next media deal, they can't negotiate the media deal for what they have in the past or what they have now. So we all knew Caitlin was coming into the league. And I just said, you can't negotiate the deal as to what you have now. You can't negotiate as just off of the back of a Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese. Because as I said in my previous videos, the next couple years and the talent that's going to be coming into the WNBA, you have to be negotiating for that. You have to be negotiating for that time period. So if they were to lock in a $2.2 billion, $200 million for 11 years, you would be undervalued. You yourself, right? Now, I'm not saying the WNBA agrees with this because they're looking at this deal like it's shit, because it is shit. And they should be looking at it like this. But the NBA, this should be their case basically against the NBA. Like, one, I'd be saying, the talent that's about to come in the next 2-3 years in the WNBA, it's going to boost the W even more. So when that happens, this valuation is going to be an underpay. It's going to be an underpay. You have to be negotiating it to the WNBA now. You have to be negotiating this deal with the understanding, with the acknowledgement that your league is going to get a couple more boosts in the next coming years. So if someone, I don't put it past the W to sign on this, which is why I'm so happy that I saw an article that someone's upset at this deal and someone doesn't agree with this valuation, because that's what I need to see. I don't want to see the WNBA getting lowballed again, and they can't allow themselves to be lowballed again. So I'm so happy I saw this article. I came across this article because that lets me know that someone out here is calling cap. Someone's calling cap, someone's calling BS on this deal, on this valuation. So there should be at least some a grace period or some sort of hesitancy to sign, because you have to come into that negotiation with the mindset of we're going to get a couple boosts in the next couple years. So this contract, even though it looks great, $2.2 billion, it's still low. I'm telling you it's low. You should already be seeing it as low, because what you're getting now is below low, is low. You're not even getting anything substantial right now. This 200 mil, it's more, but it's still low. Again, you can get paid more and still be underpaid. So the W has to come into that knowing that the boost that their league is about to be in, it's going to make this deal look stupid. Which is why it's the same Scottie Pippen ass deal. It's the same Caitlin Clark ass deal. It's the same Meg Thee Stallion ass deal. It's going to look stupid. Caitlin Clark signed for what's her Nike deal? 28 mil for 8 years. That's a bull. How do you sell? How does your jersey sell out? You sold more cowboy jerseys or some shit like that during the year in less than a week, less than a couple of days. And you lock in a 8-year, $28 million Nike deal, that is an underpay. You get what I'm saying? It's good money. Shit, I'll take 28 mil. It's an underpay. You can't lock that in. And I'm glad that a WNBA higher up sees that, because y'all, I keep telling W, press the NBA. Don't let them get away with this. Even your media deals with ESPN and shit. Don't let your current media deal with ESPN is some BS. Don't get locked into another undervalued, low-paying deal. Press them. You have different weapons to use now. You have different cases to make now. Some of the cases you couldn't make back then. Cool, whatever. You got Caitlin Clark, you got CeCe in the league now, you got Angel Reese in the league now, you got Juju Watkins incoming, you got Kiki Arioff, you got Paige Beckers incoming, you got Hannah Hidalgo incoming. Use your weapons now. You're selling out arenas. You're setting record viewership. Use your weapon. There should be no reason why you ever get lowball again. And I don't care if it's coming from the NBA or a media company. So I'm happy to see this. This basically reinforces everything I have been saying. It keeps confirming everything that I have been saying about the NBA and the WNBA's relationship. A lot of people don't understand this relationship between the two. They don't understand this relationship between the two. But I will drop this article link in the bio, in my description. Please go read it and then go watch some of my past videos. Watch my video when I re-upped this channel. It was about 6 months ago. It was in January. Again, it's not that long of a scroll. I don't post a lot. Watch my early videos. Read this article. Tell me I'm wrong. I'm out of here. I'm sweating like a motherfucker, bro. I told y'all.